could do it all over again, I'd do it all over again, and I'd do it all over again the same way I did it. If it ended here for me today, and I know some people have a hard time understanding this, but I would just say, if it ended here today, and this was the extent of Fabian Nunez's political career, I would die and go to heaven. But look, this has been, and I'm trying not to get emotional. I opened up and I started getting, but for me, this is about as good as it gets. And now I know why, when my dad came over here in 1953 as a bracero and decided to essentially leave his family in Mexico and come over here to make some money and figure out whether or not he can make a living over here, thought it was worth it to make the sacrifices that he made because there could be a better life for his family here. Now I know that his sacrifices really didn't go in vain. I can spend the next 5 or 6 months focus on the legislation that I'm committed to. Whatever options are on the table for new revenues, and yes, we're going to have to make some cuts. There's no question about it. But at the end of the day, I think that what this does is it creates a working environment in which there is absolutely no room for partisanship. I mean, the type of extreme partisanship that we sometimes see here cannot operate under this scenario because it would be irresponsible to do so. And so, you know, one of the things I've said to folks is, you know, this is the one time where we almost have to bring the finger pointing to an end and start thinking creatively about collective solutions to move the state forward, because we need more cash in the state coffers in order just to pay our bills, and we're going to have to balance our budget one way or another. And I think there's enough for everybody here to feel like, you know, a pound of flesh is on the table by the Democrats, and the Republicans are going to have to put a pound of flesh on the table as well, and nobody wins. You know, it's not one of those things where, you know, you're looking at an election year and you're trying to figure out how to advantage yourself and leverage the other side so that you can have something to campaign on. It's just not going to happen. People can't afford to do that this time. The truth of the matter is that once I hand over the baton of leadership to Karen, you're not going to see me out there raising money anyhow. So I'll be setting the example, but it won't be by choice, I mean, to be honest with you. Yes, sir. One of the things I'm going to miss when I leave Sacramento, aside from all the friendships and my colleagues, is the governor, because I will tell you, I believe that the relationship and the friendship that he and I have developed has not only been good for both of us, but I think it's been good for California. And I think he's trying to cut me off. On that note, let's go. But I'll tell you what, I mean, I will tell you this. I think the governor, you know, considering he's a Republican and the fact that you got Democratic governors in other parts of the country that have a much harder stance on some Democratic issues than a Republican governor in California, I think the guy deserves a lot of credit.